Hello, it's Noob, and today I really wanted to show off this amazing and, if I dare say so, quite beautiful shiny object. For those of you who are familiar with such items, you'll know that this is a professional lock assembly block for assembling Euro cylinder style locks. I'll go into how it works and why you'd need one, but this is definitely professional level. You know, it's solid brass. I mean, it's so heavy. It weighs about a pound in weight, just under half a kilo. It's a real beast, and it's so shiny and lovely. I mean, just look at that as an object. It's just fabulous. I mean, what even if you never used it as a lock assembly device, you could easily use it as a paperweight, an object of, well, a talking point, I guess. Yeah, it's just so cool. And this was kindly lent to me by Wendt, and they stock it on their Zeofix website. And despite being a professional level tool, you can go out and buy one of these if you so want. And yeah, I just think it's really quite something, isn't it? Just look at this. It's I've never seen anything quite like it. Now, how would you use it? Well, if you have a Eurocylinder lock, then you could just slot it in the top here, and you could pin it from the top. So if I just put that to one side for 2 seconds and show you a padlock which is designed for locksmiths as well, then you can see here that all the pin chambers are empty, and what you do is you pin them up, your key pins, driver pins, springs, and then you put on these little caps like this. And then you'd, well, you could use a tool like this and a hammer to hammer these in, but you'd probably use a press to give a nice, neat finish. Otherwise, you might miss and get hammer marks all over your beautiful lock. Certainly, if you were a lock distributor or manufacturer or a big locksmith and you had to do suites of locks, keyed alike or master keyed, then you'd need a tool where you could put your lock in and then pin it up chamber by chamber, test that it works. And if you notice here, it's got some room either side, so you can actually put the key in and turn the cam. I'll show you the cam as here. Can you see it turn? It turns out into those little cutaways. So you pin it up, put the plugs in, test it works, no problems. It also has these little side chambers left and right, and that's again so you could put in the plug here. You could pin it up and you could just test that that works by putting the key in, and of course if it's the right key, it will turn, it will clear the edge here. Can you see? And I suppose if you were left-handed, you could do the same on this side too, which is a good way of sort of testing the tolerances and clearances of the plug that you just pinned up. So that's kind of cool as well. Because I'm not a locksmith or a lock manufacturer or distributor, and I don't do a lot of pinning, keying alike, or master suiting or otherwise, I don't have a Eurocylinder with all these chambers, I guess, empty with the little chamber plugs. But what I do have is a Eurocylinder which automatically comes with threaded chambers, which is really cool. And I believe that this is designed so that locksmiths who do a lot of pinning and suiting, it's sort of a versatile lock for them, which is really quite cool. So I've got all the pins here. So I've got the, where's my tweezers? I've got the key pins, driver pins, springs, and everything all ready to go. So why don't we just have a quick go at assembling this lock, since we have it here, and yeah, we'll see how you could use it. So I'm just going to drop in the key pins. If you were doing a master suite of locks, you would be doing a lot of pinning. So having something solid to keep your lock upright and vertical, that allows you to test the key works afterwards, maybe even allows you to tap in a few plugs if you so wish, then something like this would go a long way, I imagine, to the professional. Now you might be thinking why the springs stood up like this, and it's simply because the chamber itself here isn't perfectly centered, but now it is. The pins are dropped in, so the rest should easily fall in to line like this. So there we are, all pinned up. I can take the key like this and I can just quickly test whether it works, and it does. I can turn it back and forth both ways, and I know that that is now pinned up perfectly and ready to go. Now clearly a huge lump of precision mill brass aimed at the professional, it's going to have a professional level price tag on there, and at around 177 euros, including tax. Certainly, I don't think this is something I'd recommend to the hobbyist per se, although you may think this, like me, is really quite beautiful and you might have deep pockets. I'm not here to judge whether you know what your individual budgets are for locksport. I know some people have a greater budget than others. But if you were a lock sporter and you did have this, not only could you use it for lock assembly and I guess disassembly, but you could also use it to hold your Euro cylinders while you pick them. So I'm just going to do a little bonus picking because I can, and show you how you could use it for that. So Euro cylinder will just slide into this and it'll hold it really, really nicely. Then you can put your tension tool in. Get a little bit of tension on there and then have a go at picking it. So it feels like pin 1's binding. There we go. Pin 3 I feel binding, little click out of that. Back to pin 5, little click out of that. Pin 6 felt and go. Pin 2 there. That's pin 5 again. Pin 3. Pin 6, and we're into a false set. Pin 2 now. Pin 4. That's pin 5 there. Back to full set. Pin 2 now. Needs to be set quite high. There we go, and we have an open. And of course, because of the cutouts either side, it will open up as far as it needs to open. So there we are, that's a lock assembly block from Wendt. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. We're really interested to know, especially if you are a professional locksmith who does a lot of lock sweeting and pinning and all that kind of stuff. So do let me know. If you like this video, then please leave a like. If you have a comment, like I said, just leave one below. I read them all, I reply to as many as I can. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you want to see more content like this, then please, please, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.